What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another World of Warcraft video, and today's video is way less about World of Warcraft and way more about Blizzard themselves. You see, Blizzard has recently updated their shop and they have added a bundle to their shop as well. So if I go to the in-game shop right now, you will see this right here. So we have services, we have special offers, we have the Sky Witch pack, the Enchanted Sweeper bundle, other bundles, there are no bundles at the moment, and WoW token. Now the Sky Witch pack was basically a bundle released somewhat recently, and then we also have the Enchanted Sweeper bundle that they have just released as well. Basically this week, or today when I'm recording, maybe it was yesterday depending on when the video comes up, they have added this bundle, and to many of you guys this might not be that alarming, but I'm just gonna tell you this, it has caused quite a lot of reactions on the forums and Reddit, and even YouTube as well. Like, people are not that happy about this, and let's talk about why. So as you can see right here, this pack or the bundle contains 600 of a currency, and that currency is called Trader's Tender. And to explain this to people, like if you haven't played retail before, you're playing classic for example, or you just want to know more about trading tender, well, this is a currency that we have when it comes to the trading post. This can basically be used to buy mounts, cosmetics, battle pets, anything available in the trading post, and the trading post as well comes with brand new items and old items that have been sold or offered through various promotions. So you've been able to buy cosmetics that were available, let's just, for example, in 2015, or mounts from 2020, like anything you might have missed out on, sometimes returns to the game through this trading post, and every single month we can earn a trading tender by completing various activities in the game itself. Now, when the trading post was announced and Blizzard tried to get people hyped about this, they said they would never sell trading tender in the in-game shop. And they've kind of kept their promise here. So as you can see, if I just pull up this right here, we can see Trader's Tender are not coming to the store as confirmed by Ian. So Ian has it cost us. Over here as well, we can just highlight what they said. So as we can see over here, like, however, here we go. He said definitely that there are no plans to sell Trader's Tender as a standalone product. That being said, the team does think it makes sense to offer various amounts of Trader's Tender as parts of various bundles, such as expansion deluxe editions. So they have said from the start here that the tender would sometimes be offered through, for example, bundles, but they specifically added like deluxe edition for expansions, in which case you're kind of paying for the product and you're getting some bonus tender as a, well, bonus. So that brings us to this bundle and why people are reacting the way they are, because Blizzard have said that they are reserving the right to add the tender to bundles, but they once again explicitly stated expansions and deluxe editions, in which case it feels like you're paying for the product and you're sometimes getting some tender as a reward for paying for that product. As an example, anyone who bought Dragonflight got 500 tender. In that case, you didn't really buy the expansion to get the tender, it's more like you buy the expansion to get the expansion, and you also got the tender. Well, this mount that I'm using right now is a mount you can get in the game for free. You don't have to pay a single dollar for this mount, and if I go to the store right now, if you go to the shop, the mounts offered in this bundle are basically recolors of this mount. So in this case, you're paying for 2 recolors of a mount you already have, and you get 600 tender, which is more than you got for example, buying the Dragonflight expansion. So when it comes to buying this bundle, it feels, comparing it to Dragonflight once again, when you bought Dragonflight, it felt like you're paying for the Dragonflight expansion, and you're getting tender as the bonus. In this case, it feels like you're paying for the tender, and you're getting 2 reskins as a bonus. It's not even a unique mount, it's literally 2 reskins of a mount that was introduced in the game this month for free. You got this mount right here, this month for free. And it's also like, it's not the first time Blizzard does this. Back in Dragonflight, they added another bundle just like this. I believe it had a way less tender back then, so they're trying to push how far they can go, and how much tender they can sell you as a bundle when you don't care about the other items. Back in Dragonflight, I'm quite sure this was even like cosmetics you bought as well, so like, I think it was like wrists or something, some dumb cosmetics with a flower, in which case they added tender to that bundle. It was so obvious that you're only paying for the tender, and you're getting some cosmetics at the same time. At least this time we have mounts, so you're getting 2 mounts plus the tender, but they couldn't even be bothered to make unique models or cool looking mounts. Like, if you like these 2 mounts, once again we got a mount for free this month that looks pretty much exactly the same, just a different color, or more different colors. The other 2 just has different color schemes, and it's the same mount that has been introduced this month, well, it's the same mount that has already been introduced the same month over again. It is the most obvious cash grab that they are simply trying to sell you tender, and it's such a legal way to get around the fact that they have said they're not selling tender, but they're adding it to bundles, and it's the most useless bundle. I wouldn't even be surprised if they're like, hey, buy game time, get tender, and they're just like, well, you bought the game time, right? Here's some tender as well, or here's some rocks, buy these rocks and get some tender. It is just, they're giving you nothing, buy a little bit of air, and you also get tender at the same time. And it's like, this is already on the forums as well, like, people are reacting the exact same way, where they're thinking like, we're feeling like we're being used here, and they are once again putting up bundles with basically nothing in them, or recolors and reskins, in which case you know, I know, Blizzard knows that the thing we're paying for here is the tender, and the other 2 items are the bonus, which to me just feels like the entire opposite of what they said. Like, for example, putting it into expansion deluxe editions kind of makes sense, because in that sense you're paying for the expansion anyway, and the tender is just a bonus. But now they're trying to legally get around this by adding bullshit bundles and giving you tender at the same time, just putting the most useless items into bundles and then adding some tender on top, in which case you're paying for the tender. Now, it is also not surprising that this happened this month, because let's try to look at this from Blizzard's perspective. The War Within launched in the 3rd quarter of 2024, so the 3rd like financial quarter basically, increasing their quarterly reports for those 3 months of that year. And then in quarter 4, guess what they did in quarter 4 that we haven't really talked about so far? They added the Brutosaur mount, and you might say that it was just a mount, probably didn't make them that much cash, right? Well, Wowhead has done some math here. Blizzard made very likely over 100, no, not 100, what am I trying to say? Over 15 million with a single mount, where we can just read through this really fast, but it's all at the bottom here where they do the math, where they are talking about how many people have this mount. So going down here, you can see that the estimate here is that Blizzard made 16.9 million from one specific mount that they added to the game, and this mount costs you $90 by the way, more than an expansion, and the reason why is that this mount has both a mailbox on it and also an auction house NPC on the mount as well. Absolutely insane, 16.9 million from one mount alone, and this one was launched and pushed in Q4, 4th quarter of the financial year. So quarter 3 they had the War Within launching, quarter 4 they had this mount, and now in the 1st quarter of 2025 they have added a brand new bundle. Now this bundle will not push the sales to like 16.9 million, but they might do more bundles, who knows. All I'm trying to say is that at the moment in the 1st quarter they haven't really like had anything to give them extra money outside of monthly subs. So every single quarter they really try to do something, whether that is selling you an expansion, selling you a mount, selling you a bundle. They're trying to increase their monthly revenue every single quarter. So quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. So once again, third quarter last year we had the War Within, the actual expansion launching, which definitely brought in quite a huge chunk of revenue. And then we had in Q4 the trader, the mount, the Brutosaur that came out, the Gilded Brutosaur. And now in Q1 we already have a bundle. What's next? Now, I'm just a little bit frustrated because, first of all, this is a game where we are paying a box price for the game itself, and then we have a monthly subscription on top of that as well, so 2 monetary, ways right there. Then we have expansions, so every time the game gets updated, you pay basically the box price again, and for example, the War Within, they also try to give you a head start. So by paying for the, I think it was the Epic upgrade, or the second most expensive one, you got 3 days more of playtime. So we have like a head start, we have the box price, we have a monthly sub, we have expansions you have to pay for, and then we have in-game microtransactions as well. So 5 different ways to monetize your game, and when it comes to in-game monetization, we have so many things. We have character transfers, level boosts, faction changes, race changes, name changes, guild services, special offers, like a 12-month sub offer. We then have these 2 packs, we have WoW tokens, mounts, pets, transmogs, and toys. They are already making more than enough cash, and when they introduced the trading post, they tried to appeal to allowing players to earn the same rewards that you pay for, but through the game itself. And now they're turning that as well into another monetary stream, like a way for them to just generate more income by putting traders' tenders into bundles in a very shady way. Either way, that's basically what I have for you today. That is today's Blizzard rant, so let me know your thoughts on everything in the comments down below, and leave a like on the video if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more content, and thank you as always for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you again in the next video very soon.